Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Okay, so do you guys remember when we went over the Bill of Rights?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be reviewing the Bill of Rights, okay? So we're going to do this by matching words to definitions using color coding. And then we're going to interpret one amendment, revise an amendment, and then you're going to be creating your own amendment as a little test, okay? Okay, so I would also like to point out, by doing all of these steps, we're also going to be using like the depth of knowledge, okay? Because the first step is going to be matching, okay? And then the second one is interpret. The third is revise, and then you're going to create your own, okay? So I have these worksheets. Here's mine. So we're going to be doing these. Here's your blank one. But first, I'm going to ask you guys a few questions, okay?
Okay.
So, what rights do you think you have?
Freedom of speech.
Okay, when do you express this right in your daily life?
Every day.
Okay. Okay, so why do you think these amendments were important back when they were written?
Because they relate to what was going on back then.
And they also ensured that people had
Rights.
yes. Okay. So why do you think these rights were important? Why was it important for these people to have rights?
So they knew what they could do and what not to do.
Yeah, because like let's use a classroom for an example. If I don't give you guys rules like to I don't know, stay seated, what would you guys be doing?
Up and moving around.
Yeah, you guys be jumping like monkeys. So that's why it's important for people to have rules so they know what they can and can't do. Okay? So now I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to do this worksheet, okay? And if you need any help, you could ask me and I'll be willing to help you, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions so far?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Okay. You have about 2 minutes left. Okay, are you done?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay, so by looking at this, what do you think? Okay, let me check your answers first. Okay, so by looking at this list, what would you say the most important amendment is to you that you use?
Do I use every day?
Yep, that you use every day.
7, which is U.S. citizens have freedom of religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition.
Okay, how do you show that?
Freedom of speech by talking. Religion by believing in who you want to believe. Press, like publishing what you want. Assembly, like the groups that get together and riot, but like a peaceful riot.
Okay, yeah, and then
The petition is like,
could assembly also be like church groups or like
Yeah.
school groups?
petition is like you sign a petition for something to get published or something.
Okay, could that one also be like the riots and everything too?
Yeah.
Peace. It will also count under as peaceful
Right?
and protesting. Yes. Okay, so now I want you to pick one amendment on our little list we have and tell me which one it is. And then we're going to interpret that. So I want you to tell me what you think it means.
Number 2.
Okay, so powers not given to the federal government by the U.S. Constitution belong to the state or to the people. What do you interpret that as meaning?
So if the state doesn't know, if the government doesn't come up with this law, then the state can come up with it, or the people of that state.
Yeah, and do you think they'll need to vote and all agree on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now I want you to pick one amendment and put your own little spin on it. Revise it. Tell me why you don't like this and what you would change and why.
I think number 9.
Okay, what's number 9?
U.S. citizens have the right to a fair and speedy trial.
Okay, so what don't you like about that? What would you change?
I don't like it because I don't think it's true.
You don't think it's true?
I think when you get in there, the courts, they don't speed you through it.
Yeah.
They draw out the process.
Do you think they may push other people back for like other big cases, or why do you think it's like that?
I think what you said would be true is like the bigger the case, the longer they want them to be in there
Yeah.
to get more money
Yeah.
and like more like recognition.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking a piece of paper, a big sticky notepad, and you're going to be writing your own amendment, okay? So I'm going to give you an example of one. So here's your paper. You could do it whichever way you want. You could use markers or crayons, whichever thing you want to use, okay? So my example, so we've done this one and we've done this. So now you're going to be creating your own amendment, okay? So it could be whatever you feel like doing. It could be within the school, it could be within the state, within the region, whatever you want to do, okay? So an example of one is like on Wednesdays we wear pink, okay? So why do I want us to wear pink on Wednesdays? Because it's my favorite color. Who benefits from this? So I could put that it could be like awareness for people with breast cancer or something like that. I could make it an awareness thing. So I told you why I done it, and I told you who it would benefit, okay? So I want you to make your own amendment, think of who it would benefit, and why you want this amendment, okay?
Okay.
And if you have any questions, you can ask me. 8 minutes to do this. To keep your worksheet as an example, or do you think you're good? Okay, you're good? Okay. I also want you to think of what rules would you have for this amendment.
Do I have to write down my rule?
Yeah, go ahead and write down your rules, okay? You have about 4 minutes left.
Okay, I'm finished.
Okay, you're finished. So what you're going to do now is you're going to come up here with your poster, hang it on the board, and present it to us, okay? Okay, so what amendment did you choose, Emily?
My amendment is everyone has a right to snack anywhere.
Okay, why do you want this amendment to be a thing?
I want this one is because I love snacking and I get hungry a lot.
Okay, what benefits does this have?
It benefits people who have sugar problems like diabetes, and they can grab a snack if their blood sugar gets too low or too high.
Okay, what rules do you have?
The only rule I would say would be if they get a snack from a grocery store or any store, then while they're like shopping, then they would have to pay for it even if they've already ate it. So it's not like free, but they can still snack.
Okay, so you said that this could be anywhere, okay? So it can
Yeah.
be in schools too?
Yeah.
Do you think this would be a distraction?
Maybe to some, but I don't think it'd be too bad if the teacher sets limits.
Okay, so if we do it in schools, are there any other rules that you could think of that would need to be incorporated into your amendment?
I feel like if we did it in schools, then the teacher would have to make rules about like allergies. So like what foods students can and can't bring, just in case like somebody's allergic to something and they don't like go into anaphylaxis.
Okay, do you think teachers should also maybe put like a restriction on like energy drinks or pop?
I think putting a restriction on some snacks would be okay. Like really crunchy ones or like ones that would make a lot of noise would be sort of distracting, but not like, I don't feel like that would go for all teachers. It just depends on who the teacher is and how their class handles that stuff.
Okay. So if you were a teacher, would you allow your students to use this amendment? Like, would you have this amendment in your classroom?
I would allow my students to have this amendment because also this, and I may even provide snacks for them.
You provide snacks too?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think your amendment is a good amendment. I like it. The only thing that I wouldn't do is maybe I would, as a teacher, I would avoid like sugary stuff. Like drinks especially. Candy is okay. But like drinks that way, in case it gets knocked over or spilled, it won't get sticky and all nasty. Okay? So you can sit down now and I'll show you. Okay. So, did you feel like this review of the Bill of Rights was helpful?
I think so.
Okay, do you think that you have a better understanding of the Bill of Rights now?
Yeah.
Okay, so to recap, what are the Bill of Rights?
Their rights to let people know they have rights.
Yes. So do you think there's some rights that we have that people doesn't know about?
Yeah.
Okay, what rights do you think those are?
Probably like general things that we don't think of that we do every day.
Like what?
Like we drive every day. They don't know that's a right.
Yeah, what else do you think?
We have the right to go anywhere we want.
Yeah. So we have all these Bill of Rights to help us protect ourselves,
Yeah.
so we know what we can and can't do.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for me?
I don't
You don't think so? What was your favorite part of this activity?
I think making the amendment, because it made me realize what sort of goes into making one.
Yeah, that
And
there's
that's what I
more.
need to think.
Yeah, there's more to an amendment than just words.
Yeah.
So there's different parts like why
Yeah.
and what is beneficial and what rules do you need to set in order to have this amendment to make it go and operate smoothly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the lesson. It's 19 minutes. That's good enough.